Hello, I'm attorney Tammy Saltzman, and you are watching Divorce Connection Network. Today we are going to be talking about short sales, and I brought in a short sale expert, Dawn Forgione. Hi, Dawn.
Hi, thank you so much for having me today.
I'm so glad you came. It's great because a lot of couples that are going through divorce are, they have a home. Some of them are under. Some of them are just barely breaking even.
Right.
And they don't know what to do. They're not sure what to do with their marital home. Back in the day, the wife always wanted to stay in the home with the kids. But in today's economy, it's not really always feasible.
Yes.
Either the parties can't afford to maintain the house, or the property values are not what they would be, so they stop paying their mortgages. And so it's great to have someone who can provide some free information to the public about what to do. So those couples out there that you're contemplating a divorce, we were talking right before you came in about having a good team.
Yes,
so
very important.
Why don't you tell the audience about your specialty, and your certification, and what makes you the person to go to?
Okay, sounds great. Well, about 6-7 years ago, I heard about this buzzword, short sale, and I realized this would be a great opportunity for me to help people, families, couples, individuals, because that's what really it's all about, what a short sale is. And for those of you that might not know what a short sale is, that's when you sell your home for less than what the mortgage is.
Right. So you owe a certain amount, say $300,000 to the bank. You get a contract for $250,000. You're short. That's what a short sale is.
Right. And like you said, it's all about a team, a good team, because there are some questions and things that you have to look at before you can do a short sale, or before the bank will find that you're eligible to do a short sale.
That's correct.
Yeah.
And what makes you, Dawn, different from the realtor next door?
Well, I think it's the experience. It's all the different things that have come up, changes in the laws and in tax ramifications and whatnot, and that we all throughout the years, my team and I have really been taking classes, have been staying up with the changes in the market.
And you hold yourself out as a short sale specialist, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And I love it because for me, I love helping people. I love if I get a phone call from someone who wants to sell their home, but they go, I think that my house is worth less than what I owe the bank. And I go, well, how about a short sale? And they're like, wow, I never even thought of that. We recently just helped a couple that were going through a divorce, and it made me feel so great. I mean, we've been very lucky in the last couple of months. We've been able to close 3 short sales, all different situations. And so it is a good feeling.
So part of the team is knowing that you have a realtor that has a very good understanding of short sales. So you would want to ask them, how many short sales have you done? How much experience do you have? Because I know that when you bring me a file, it's complete. You have everything I need to get going. I don't always have that with every realtor. Another person that would be part of your team would be your accountant. He would tell you whether you actually have a hardship, whether you are a proper candidate to say to the bank, poor me, I can't afford to pay this, and I don't have the money to make up the difference. And so also what you would need is, if your house is already in foreclosure, you might need a foreclosure attorney. And that foreclosure attorney is going to help delay the proceedings and make sure all the T's are crossed and I's are dotted, and try to get a stay so that you have an opportunity to sell. And then there's your real estate attorney. And even though on this show I'm your family law attorney, I also do real estate. So I'm the one who would negotiate with the bank. I'm the one that gets the entire short sale package prepared with the help of the realtor and your accountant, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And you do a phenomenal job.
Thank you. Yes. Thank God for my team. We love you, Samantha.
Yes, absolutely.
And then we present the package to the bank with your help.
Yes.
Dawn does what's called comps, right?
Oh yeah, we do the market analysis, and it's also so much about communication. It's about weekly phone calls to talk to your office, talk to the buyer's agent, keep them informed of what's going on. I think that's the difference between an experienced short sale real estate agent and one that might be new to that market segment, because they don't realize the banks have a lot of files on their desks.
Right, and we have to stay on top of it.
Stay on top of things.
Yep. And I know that in your office, I get a phone call almost once a week from Alexandra.
Mondays are our checkup days.
Right,
yes,
and
absolutely.
you have it on I get the call or I get an email. Can you give me an update on this file, on this file, on this file? And I like that because it reminds us to do the updates as well. Because sometimes we have a lot of files on our desks. So that's important to know. Now, the market is improving, isn't it?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Prices in the last year have gone up. Inventory is really is very small in some communities. So we've been very busy, and there are still short sale opportunities out there for buyers and for sellers.
Right, there are, and as the market improves, the shortfall gets less.
Absolutely.
I know that when I first separated, my house was worth maybe $795, and I lived in my marital residence for several years, and then I decided to short sale it. And when I short saled it, it was worth closer to $859. And so sometimes as the market improves, your shortfall diminishes, and some couples just live in the house and during the foreclosure process and allow the equity to diminish. What are your thoughts about that?
Well, I always say, move on with your life if you can financially do that. And like you said, with the market getting better and the shortfall being smaller, there's a better chance that the bank is going to approve your short sale. So why not take advantage of it now before the market changes?
Really improves. That's right. So if you're just sitting around thinking, what am I going to do? Or you're just sitting around waiting for the sheriff to knock on your door, it's going to happen. And, I think that it's better to have a short sale on your credit report than it is to have a foreclosure on your credit report. And I think that there's a sense of empowerment when you decide, I know I felt it, okay, I'm ready, I'm going to sell my house.
Right.
And then you start packing.
Going on with your life.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
You start, I remember I had like 3 big bags. One bag was to throw out, one bag was to give away to friends, family, whoever wanted it, and one bag was, and donation, right? And the other bag was to sell. I liquidated a lot of things. I sold off a lot of my things. I sold my kitchen table. I sold my leather sofa upstairs. So I was able to put a little money in my pocket because I knew no matter where I was moving, it was going to be smaller, and I wouldn't need as much. And there's something freeing about that and empowering. And
Absolutely.
A fresh start is really good. I remember the first night that I slept in my new home, the frame of my bed didn't even get delivered, and all I had was my king-size mattress on the floor. And I'm in my new house thinking, thank God, this feels so much better, so much right. And my son, who's 13, he loves it. He thinks it's cozy, and he feels like it's his.
Right.
And it's really nice.
Absolutely. It's all about getting on with your life for both husband and wife. So that's why we love doing what we do. And like you said, it's all about getting a good team together.
It is.
Get that right realtor. Talk to your accountant first to make sure that this is the viable option for you.
Right.
And then have the right attorney in your court. And
who could get the deal closed.
Who could get the deal closed before, like you said, you get the knock on the door.
Before you get the knock on the door, it's amazing. I also feel that a huge weight was lifted off of my shoulders, because when you're in that situation where you don't know what to do, it's pressure on you.
Oh, absolutely. You can't get on with, any kind of, frustration like that. You can't move on.
It weighs you down.
It does.
So then once you lift that weight and you free yourself from the constraints, you feel like, okay, now I have energy to do some other things that I really need to do. That's how I felt.
Oh, for sure. So that's why we get such a pleasure out of working with people in a situation. And the banks are speeding up the process, the time that that they're foreclosing. So it isn't something that you want to wait 3-4 years to do.
Well, it used to be when there were so many,
right.
when the economy was going downward, there was so many that it took a longer period of time.
Exactly.
Now the courts have been infused with financial resources in order to add more judges and get the foreclosures through the system faster. And as a result, people aren't able to stay in their house.
Right. So procrastination isn't in your favor right now.
No, it's really not.
Yeah.
And, the next best option might be renting, right?
Yeah.
So you're going to rent a place, you're going to come up with your first month, your last month, your security. Quite often, and I've seen this in a lot of our in our short sale packages, the banks are now offering up to $3,000 to help you relocate,
Yes,
right?
Right, moving money. So that's great. It could pay your mover. It could help you, like you said, with either your first month, your last month.
That's right.
That key money, yes.
Key money. And, in part of the divorce, we can also ask from a spouse for money to relocate, money for first month, last month, and security. And I have to tell you personally, what a great feeling it is when the air conditioning breaks and you don't have to call the AC guy and cut a check for $250 or $350. You call the landlord, and the landlord has to deal with it. And
Right, exactly.
Oh my God.
Talk about freeing.
It is very freeing. I mean, especially when you come from like a large house,
yes.
and there's a lot to take care of. Well, we hope you found this information good knowledge. Knowledge is always power, and it's important to know what your options are. Dawn, I really want to thank you for coming in today.
Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
You will be able to find Dawn's information on our website at divorceconnectionnetwork.com. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.